Into our floating Buddha to do some leg love. This feels really, really good for beginners, just to help them open up. Okay, so I'm going to be down here, spread out my little mat situation so I keep them doubled up. So I'm going to, just like we did before, I'm going to slide in and I'm going to do a little bit of work with my knees on the glutes, which is kind of fun. I can just kind of squeeze, which is nice, and like have them balance. And it's okay if they kind of like bounce all over the place. That's just part of the fun. Like if you lose them, just come back in and squeeze. So don't worry about doing it perfectly. It's more just about having fun, right? So sometimes doing work on the glutes can feel a little intimidating or intimate, and this really, knees and the glutes, most people have no problem with, right? Feels pretty good?
Feels great.
Yeah. So just using the knees, and even with my knees, with knee injuries, no problem. Okay, so don't do it so hard that you feel like you're crushing your kneecap or something. Maybe rocking from side to side. Usually people are loving it. They're like, oh yeah, that's the spot, and they'll direct you a little bit too. Like, that's the one. Okay? So after doing that, a few squeezes, a few rub around with the legs, with the knees and the glutes, I'm going to move to feet on the inner thighs. And what I'm going to do, because most people have tight legs, I'm just going to be really gentle. Look at her face, right? Pay attention. So she can actually lean back into, she can lean back a little bit more into, that's it. So I'm just going to rock a little bit here. So we're making a wish, right? We're helping to open up. So I can even, if she's comfortable, straighten my legs. So I'm not working too hard, right? I'm focusing on, show me the camera. I'm focusing on just relaxing back and rocking them from side to side. Feels good?
Yeah, feels good.
Yeah. So it's just gently helping the legs open, especially if they're super tight here. You'll usually see it in their face. You can work a little bit more in the hamstrings and press. I have little monkey feet, so my toes spread out. So if your toes don't spread out, don't worry about it. But I'm digging a little bit more into the hamstrings too. So Buddha leg love, right? Awesome. So after we're doing side to side, the feet on the inner thighs, side to side with the feet pressed. So foot to knee, foot to ankle. So what I like to do is encourage them to bend one knee. So they're going to bend the knee. Yeah. And then I'm going to slide into the ankle, and I'm helping them do like a bow and arrow. Right? Does it feel good?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're going to encourage them to tell us if that's enough. Right? Bow and arrow. And then I'm going to switch. So she's going to bend the other knee. Yeah. And then I just slide in. Thank you for shaving.
No,
it doesn't matter even if they have like hair. There's no other reason, right? No. So you can change the foot position depending on how long they are. Maybe it's the ankle, maybe it's the calf. You can do like both knees, but I try to avoid putting pressure on the knees in general, right? So which one do you like better, Heather? What feels good? Ankle?
They both feel good. The calf, actually.
Okay. Yeah, since she's a little bit longer, I can get a better stretch, like through here. I'm still not working, my legs are engaged, but I'm not working super hard. Just helping with that assist. And then she's going to come into Baddha, so she's going to bring bottoms of the feet together, both knees. There you go. And I'm going to do the same thing where, so you're going to reach up into a flying monkey. So reach around for your leg loops as high as you can. Awesome. So in flying monkey, I'm just helping her to press up, right? And so once she presses up, I can move to working on the hips a little bit. Make sure I'm in the right place as I read this. Yes. Swing Baddha into flying monkey hip press. I can actually come underneath her a little bit more and get a deeper press here if she wanted to go higher. Oh, that's just really fun. I will support my legs since my knees are like, like, I know, honey, I'll help. So that's really kind of fun, where you're getting a little bit deeper in there, lifting up. And that should feel really good on their back. If it doesn't feel good, they will probably tell you. And then I'm going to spin around to come into, I'm going to do a windmill to come into star. So she's going to come into star. Yeah, beautiful star. You're such a star. So the swing should be behind the heart, love, so let it slide up. Yeah, like that. So just start out rocking them a little bit. Support that head with the hands, yeah, just there you go. So right now she needs more heart opening and less, so drop your hips a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Now I can press. So if they're not quite in the right position, you don't get to press. So we did this before. Okay, and then she's going to come into Namaste. So she squeezes her hands into prayer and she pushes up. Right there. So I can actually support her. She evens out a little. There you go. I can support her by pressing my feet into her hips. Just getting a little lift. Does that feel nice?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. So this, for somebody who might have trouble like getting deeper into the pose, I'm just giving that a little lift. And then she can come into Ladle. Yeah, and then I come into like the shoulder press.
That looks
Does
good.
it feel okay on the back?
Yeah. Great.
Thanks. You can clasp behind the back of my neck if you wanted to go deeper. Awesome. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Does that feel amazing? So I'm tractioning her hips away. I can always bring my feet a little bit wider if it was too much. So I find that sweet spot. Ask them. Because some people have really sensitive sacrums, you know. But if you find just the right spot, it should feel good.
Yeah.
And the head is kind of resting on my lap, which is nice. Okay, to come out, she's going to reach up and grab for the swing. I'll just support her head. Oh, that went well. And then come back into Chillaxin arms, and I'll just rock you a little bit. Chillaxin arms, yeah. Okay. Nice big opening. So after a big opening like that, we just take time to love them up. So we just, we're good helping her drop the hips here. Pressing a little from side to side. Beautiful. Did that feel good?
Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and buddy up and try that in the partners. Really good. Thank you, Heather.